on like
I mean,
French
in the
men.
stroller with
I mean,
a
you
couple
got-
bottles and
You got equal amounts in New Orleans of everybody looking after everybody and like super sketch.
Super
Like,
sketchy.
yeah, I just stole a baby. I don't know why. I don't even know what to fucking do with it.
I ended up with this baby and last night and I don't know what to do. So what do I do? What's my move? Hey, creepers, what do? We ended up with a baby on the cat. Like, we want to kind of take it, but we
You know
don't really have
what's
a
cool
car
about
seat.
New Orleans? Everybody's gonna help me figure out what to do with this baby I stole.
That could be a line. That could be a line for the song, David. Yeah. I would rephrase stole. This baby I ended up with. You know? Like it was like a fucking like sometimes you end up with a street sign or like a thing of caution tape or like some weird thing you pick up on the road, like a hubcap, and you're like, how did I get this? Why is it in my hands?
The next day, you wake up and it's all this weird shit.
And that's why when Kendall put her fist
Like a
down
block
my
of
throat
wood
last
Vince Herman
night,
gave
I was
us.
freaking out. Kendall put her whole fist in my mouth last night, and I was like, it tasted dirty, and I was like, oh man, she might have been picking up hubcaps or touching the bottom of her feet. Fucking got Bourbon Street duty on it, you know.
I'm gonna spin my dress in this light. Look at what it does. Isn't that amazing?
It's too sheer. I can see her vagina.
Oh, super.
Can you?
You don't say secret. You say sheer.
Sheer. It's a little sheer.
All temperature.
Oh, maybe I should put on some underwear.
Says the guy who said vagina.
Bro. Have you not learned me yet? Probably, if I say something, I'm probably not serious.
It's so sheer, I can see.
It's so sheer, I can see your pussy. It's so sheer, I got one word for you. Scissors.
Shut up.
My friend hates
Shut
it
up.
when I say that. One friend always say that.
What?
Whenever I talk about scissoring.
Put your arms around me like a circle around the sun. You know I love you, mama, when my easy riding's done. You don't believe I love you. What a fool I've been. You don't believe I'm sinking. What a hole I'm in. Steal it, steal it. Pretty mama, don't you tell on me. Steal it back to my same old used to be. Let's see what key should I do that in.
Me too,
You don't believe I love you, look what a fool I've been. You don't believe I'm singing, look what a hole I'm in. I'm stealing, stealing. Pretty mama, don't you tell on me. I'm stealing back to my same old used to be. And stealing babies. The woman I love, she's so far away. The woman I hate, I see her every single day. You don't believe I love you, look what a fool I've been. You don't believe I'm sinking, look what a hole I'm in. I'm stealing, stealing. Pretty mama, don't you tell on me. I'm stealing back to my same old used to be. arms around me like a circle around the sun. You know I love you, mama, when my easy riding's done. You don't believe I love you, look what a fool I've been. You don't believe I'm sinking, look what a hole I'm in. I'm stealing, stealing, pretty mama, don't you tell on me. I'm stealing back to my same old used to be. Yeah, I'm stealing back to my same old used to be. Yippee!
Cool. So I'm just gonna say the worst thing ever, but is that Taj? I don't know who that is. Who wrote that? I should know that, right? You know
I'm
either?
falling asleep.
Isn't that Taj Mahal? Is that Taj
Nawlins is a B-flat kind of town for sure.
Dude, what was his name? The guy with the uke last night?
Aloha.
Oh my god.
I love that technique,
Dude,
and that flamenco,
It took me,
Hawaiian.
I know it. It took me like 5 minutes, and all of a sudden I was like, I just like verbally said it. I was like, Jesus, what the fuck are you doing? And then all of a sudden I was like, all these questions were coming to me, and I was like, I can't. He's singing right now. I was like, ah. So then I just went with the camera. I was like, look at that.
Hump Night Thumpers? No.
I'm
Oh,
gonna.
Donovan. Is that Donovan?
Oh, remember that one?
Oh yeah. Oh my god. I forgot. Wait till you hear this one. It's so good.
Yeah, we don't mind me saying, without hesitating. It's been a long time waiting, babe. I'm about to explode. Fuck the dinner. Fuck the movie. Let's just. Fuck the dinner. Fuck the movie. I can't remember what's. Shit. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, baby, I love that dress on you. Even better. Shit. Oh, baby, I love you. Oh, baby, I love you. I love you in that dress, oh, baby, yes, I do. Even more, I love that dress off of you. Fuck the dinner. Fuck the movie. Let's just. Fuck the dinner. Fuck the movie. Yeah. Shit. We never even came close to finishing this one.
That's when you don't want to finish, dude. It's like doing something.
My hand, I just can't keep them off you. Oh, baby, my hands, I just can't keep them off you.
Hi.
Packing up or
And kazoos?
Hope you don't mind me saying, without hesitating, It's been a long time waiting, baby. I'm about to explode. Fuck the dinner. Fuck the movie.
Do you have one of the cards?
Let's just. Fuck the dinner. Fuck the movie. Let's
I
just.
should.
Oh,
I
baby.
don't know
My
where
hands.
you are.
My hands. Just
Yeah,
can't
that's
keep
where we are.
them off you.
That's
Oh,
where
baby,
we're
my
going.
hands. My hands. I just can't keep them off you.
Yeah, literally across the street. Seriously, 2 doors. Okay. Okay. We'll head over there after we do that. Okay, sweet. But Melissa just called. She's like, "There's a dude," and she's gonna text me the streets he's at. He's obsessed with kazoos, and he's fucking killing it.
Nice.
And she's like, you know, they were like selling, you know, selling the U, and talking about you, and so we should probably go over there.
Right.
We
Right.
have a lot of kazoos. Hey, so we heard you're into kazoos. Do you want to buy a bunch? $5 a piece. They're vintage. They're like vintage, like a few weeks old.
So I have some ideas that have been floating about. I was talking to ALO a little bit last night, but the Hippie Fiasco Rides Again album, which probably should be like a whole DVD album package or whatever.
Sure.
But a different band, like on every track, and
That's the thing, I've always wanted to do
Creeper submitted parts that are mixed in.
It's really funny you say that because I thought about that, kind of. I mean, it's not really, but I've always thought about that, how that would be cool. But people do that all the time. But with my rock opera, what I want to do is have it be a couple core people, and it travels from city to city, and you do a stint there, you know, because it's a show, and you take the local musicians in for it. That'd be part of the charm and draw.
Right.
Fucking rad, right? So it's sort of the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Sick.
Yep.
Oh my god, that would be epic.
Yep. Completely doable. Even just the bands that like appear like in one way or another.
Sure.
Like there's Green Sky Bluegrass because Anders was there that night.
Right. Tarka.
There's Tarka,
Tea Leaf ALO.
Tea Leaf
Perpetual
ALO,
Groove.
Mother Hips,
Right.
Marco,
Marco.
The Slip,
Yeah.
the Local Yokels.
So good.
So good.
So good.
And like post all the clips online, and all the creepers can download them and sing harmonies or like kazoo choirs. Like people send in their individual tracks, and we'll mix them into a choir or a kazoo chorus. Or
You know, I wrote this book for Fish. I never finished it, about a tour, and like I started off and it changed mid-tour because I was trying. I just had these notebooks. I'm having a dedicated notebook per show. And I would just go and ask people questions and talk to them, but I was also keeping set lists, and you know, like I was sort of analyzing, and then I was like, who are books like this, and who am I to critique, you know, some of the best musicians out there, you know what I mean? Like I'm not that guy, you know, I don't have a blog, and I'm not like I'm one of those like weirdos. And so then it became focused on the people I met. Because, you know, it's magical people.
right.
And I would be like, what, if you have one thing you wanted to put in a book, what would it be? You know? And then I was like, man, it would be such a good idea. If I could get so many people to be in the book, you know, they would buy copies.
Right.
You know, I mean, it's like a built-in marketing.
Right.
Wouldn't you buy a book if you were in it?
Right.
You know what I mean? I mean, duh. I mean, you're like, well, yeah, I would. As evidenced by all of the CDs that I have of myself, of all the Dear Puppeteers. Bought them.
Right.
You know? I mean, duh. So, that's a really good idea. And, you know, it would even be kind of cool, too.
And then the album would be the soundtrack for the movie.
Right. Sure. Of course. And also there could be a little, like, you know how you get, like, the box set thing or whatever, and then they have, like, a rad set of pictures? That could be in there, too. Somehow.
Right.
I mean, make it really cool.
The package.
Yeah.
It's all in the packaging. It's all in the packaging.
Nothing this really matters right now. There's little paper things to put on the slides there just so they don't slam shut.
All right.
Even though we're leaving.
Plugging you creepers in.
So Melissa called. She's like, you guys have to come over here. There's a guy. He loves this dude. He's got this killer guitar. She's gonna text me in the streets.
Hey, Bunny. Is that a Altoids magic box with the extra battery in the bunny bag? You sure?
I don't think it ever was.
I don't think it was. Will you look again?
But I don't think it ever was. Did you put it in here?
Yeah, out of the car, I think. shit.
So much.
Yeah, I don't think it was ever
Good
intended
news.
to.
We
Really?
don't have to go downstairs now, and we only have to go one.
Right.
So, wait till you see the elevated porch.
Balcony?
Yes.
I think the sun's setting enough out there yet to get away with blue jeans,
Yeah.
dark blue jeans.
Yeah.
It's hot, dude.
Those are your favorites.
You know what you should do? I've thought this one through. Is
You're talking to me?
wear shorts right until we get the shit to the other place and then change to go out. You know what I mean? Right. You don't want to overheat. Right. Somewhat. Whatever.
Hi guys, what do you think we should do today?
Here, I'm gonna show him one of the oldest tricks in the book.
Nathan's gonna show you the oldest trick in the book.
It's not a very old book, though.
Here, I can stand over here. All you do is you take a rope, right? And you have to cut it pretty much exactly in the middle for this to work. So find the middle. Actually, this rope has some knots in it. Maybe that's not good.
What was that joke from last night? I'm not a piece of string.
I don't hate that
I'm
joke.
afraid not. I'm afraid not.
Yeah, that's the punchline.
Right, there's a whole thing about it, like going to a bar. Did you guys watch that happen on the cast?
Yeah.
There was some
There
great
was some-
one-liners.
Yeah, we
Dude,
were
that guy,
Right.
he was amazing.
delivering.
Joke about pizza? Ah, too cheesy.
So good. And even if they weren't funny, his delivery was
yeah.
fucking amazing.
Okay. So I tied the knots out of it, so we have just a straight piece of string. And what you do, what you have to do is get it. I forget how exactly this is supposed to work. Sorry, it's been a long time. I just found a piece of string and got all excited. But if you take the string and cut it about right in the middle of the string, so you have two equal lengths of string, oh fuck. All right, wait. Wait, let me. Now I'm tying on it.
Afraid not, dude.
All right, fuck. Wait a minute. Let's see what we can do here. All right, let's try it
You're a dick.
Such a dick. Did you see it? No. Oh my god, it sucks.
I have seen it before though.
What are you kidding me?
Where it's in pieces.
Yeah.
That's so crazy, man. That's the one that I just.
But like it had like 3 ends.
Yeah.
Or like 4 ends.
Dude,
Like it was cut. Where is the other piece of string?
Yes.
Will be
straight.
Little piece string. Little piece of string. We love that little piece of string. Hey, did you guys get that the guy with the ukuleles, Carl, did you get his story, what he was doing?
Aloha?
That was the song.
I think that was his name.
No, I thought it was Carl.
He did say he had another name, but I think he said he goes by Aloha.
Really?
Didn't he, Nathan?
No. I think he's just saying that. But
Yeah.
did you guys get his story? What he's doing?
What's he doing?
He's biking all around the country just as his bike. He's just like doing a ukulele tour on his bike.
That's wild.
Why didn't we get his story on camera more? Or did we?
Because I don't know if you guys asked him.
How'd you get it?
I asked him.
You said, "Hey, are you the bike ukulele guy?"
I said, well, you're from Phoenix, Arizona. Do you live in New Orleans now? And he was
Yeah,
said,
but once you knew the
Why
story,
didn't
and
you
since
get
you're a
the call?
TV producer,
well,
why
you,
wouldn't you be like,
I
okay,
got
we
it
gotta
af-
get this story
I
on
got it.
camera.
I got it after we walked away. After you got
didn't
you,
walk away.
you guys had walked away, and I
We were
was
like
saying
5 feet away.
goodbye.
Giant, yeah. I'm not saying that's not true. We could have come back.
You guys could have got his story.
Oh, come on. That's not the right angle, I don't think.
That's why you're never gonna make it to executive producer.
Right.
I don't wanna.
Dude, I've already put a black note in HR. You
Well.
are flagged. You're close to getting broken.
I think I am You just got broken.
Who else got broken?
I don't know.
There's 2 people who broken, obviously.
I told him he should webcast the whole thing.
You don't tell him, you tell us.
Well, I told him he should webcast his journey.
So, let's get this straight. So there's an amazing story that we needed to hear on the webcast. You didn't tell us that, and then you told him to make a competing show against us. Is that what I'm hearing? You should totally do it. Like, now until, like, 4th of July or something. That sounds like a great idea. Somebody should be doing it. And I don't know anybody who's holding a camera that would want to get this story, so maybe get your own camera. Here, do you want ours?
Aw. Yeah, well, he was cute.
Do you have the spare battery?
No.
I know I put it in the bunny bag.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Check my purse then.
Is that
Nathan's
this?
not been
Yeah.
sure about much, and he knows it. I believe it. I'm not saying you aren't sure about
You
stuff.
guys stop fighting on the webcam.
Dude, it's called
No, not
drama.
that. That's not my purse.
I might have put it in somebody else's bag.
That's
I
my
know I
purse.
put it in here.
You kind of dumped that all out last night. Sucked.
So how long did you watch us? Did you see the fist in the mouth thing?
No.
We missed that.
No.
But
We went home and watched it on replay.
Oh, really? Was it good?
is it in there?
No.
Are you sure? Is it in your pockets? Is it in the ukulele case?
I just looked there. No.
When did you switch batteries? In the
Never
car.
did.
In the car.
Nope.
Wait, no, so it's gotta be in there.
In the bunny bag?
No, in the Altoid tin.
It is. We don't know where the tin is.
Yeah, I'm looking right at it.
What?
No, that's not it.
Okay.
Those are my fingerprints.
Okay, sorry.
I can't believe we haven't taken this out every night. We keep forgetting.
It sucks that there's not just a string you could lower it down the street.
No. She used to have a bucket on a rope, but then moved it.
Bucket on a rope.
Better than the soap on the rope. It's a bucket on a rope.
Wondering if she'd rather me leave it in here until it gets dark, or what
That's how you do? Only put
well,
it
she just does. She likes to be nice and not have it on the street until like the middle of the night because they pick it up in the morning. She doesn't want to just sit there and look at it. So we keep forgetting.
We should make sure all fiescos are on the calendar.
Right.
Little piece of string.
I think we already did switch the battery though, and the one that's in that thing is the extended one.
Uh-huh. That's what I think.
think you've ever had that in your purse last night.
Oh, you actually had the battery last night?
When we went to the car, I took all that stuff out and put it in the fucking bag. The solar thing and the extra battery.
I was amazed. I was amazed to see you had the solar thing. Good work on that. Not been utilized.
We should be powering that up now.
No, it was a
You're right.
just looked like an outlet dim. Or was it?
No, it was a magic one.
Was it? Was it
Ugh.
on it? Well,
I think this will work.
it doesn't make much sense then.
Farting makes sense.
Damn it.
It doesn't make any sense.
Do you think this will work?
Yeah.
Alright.
Nathan, that doesn't make any sense. Did you take it out at any point?
Nope.
Where's the solar? Do you have it?
Window.
See, I don't ever remember seeing it in there at all. Under my bags.
What's that?
Under my bags, people. Did we, by chance, take it out when we ate and change a battery of any kind?
Would have been a good idea, but I didn't see it.
Would we have what?
When we were eating, we take it out here.
I don't think. I mean, I never considered changing it. You know.
What are you guys gonna do, Chad? I kinda wanna follow you guys over and just see where you're at.
Here, hold your hand out like that.
I don't know. We're gonna just go over there.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You guys probably have to drive, maybe I'll just walk over and see anything.
King of clubs.
Yeah.
Put your other hand on top of it like a
Almost
sandwich.
fell. Did you hear that?
Four of hearts. Did you feel that?
You're fucking retarded.
Wait, I missed it.
Do it again.
Really? Is the webcast on? Can you do it to me?
And that was with the deck of cards that is here at the house, so it's not a trick deck.
Can you do it with me? You don't have to do it on the
I'm
camera or
gonna
whatever.
start getting mad at you. I can't hang out with you anymore.
Can
You
you do it
know,
to me? Nathan?
Not now.
We can do it over there.
No.
I didn't see it. Can you do it to me? Ugh.
Magic of the foot.
Buddy.
Ah!
Jesus.
That's
Those girls killed me last night.
Stereophonic sound. Hippie fiasco rides again. Woo.
They broke me, dude.
Cochran?
Yeah, get loose,
Cochran
dude.
is so much fun.
He gets so like sweaty
So-
and loose. It's so
so
bad.
loose.
He's so funny, and you can just see it on his face when he has hit the loose.
He doesn't even care, you know?
No, he
like,
doesn't,
it's
and
not- he's
he
all
was-
like, I'm fucking loose.
I know, I love it. And he was like last night he was trying to get us to go back to their hotel with the
To the
pool. And,
pool.
stuff.
Yeah.
And then he backed up. He's like, I just want to hang out with you guys, man. If you don't want to hang out with me, that's whatever. and you could see him like busting up in his face, like you know he wasn't like butthurt. He was just being funny. I mean that's cool. Whatever. It's big of a deal. Like, shit. I mean, you guys are busy down here. It's like, what do you have to do? Like, carry gear around. So, yeah,
So the car's right down there.
right down there.
So I can just go see if the battery's there.
It's not a headache,
Not a headache.
except to come back up the stairs.
Might as well take a load with me.
That's what she said. Yeah.
Seriously?
That's what? That's
How
what,
we left that in Stanton?
I've been saying it my whole life. That's what she said in Atlanta.
Chad, what if you have a baby?
Really? Can you do that in the or an actual baby in her stomach?
Oh,
Well, yeah.
your babies, you're very, you know,
Well, it was a mouth.
Face
It was a
baby.
mouth baby.
now babies.
Yeah, it was a mouth baby. God, the sunlight's so great. There was, oh man, there's like about 3 o'clock in the afternoon in the basement. It was getting a perfect thing. It was like right, the beams of light were right here. It was like from my office. Like as I exhaled, it was just going. I took some really cool pictures.
Nice.
How would it go?
Oh my god! Did you catch the nickname of the girls last night?
Yeah, the Fist Sisters.
Fist Sister, and then it was Twisted Fisters.
They're fun.
The Misfists. Misfists. Kendall, are you on there? Misfits. Fists.
Seriously.
That's it. Yeah, good one. That thing is sketchy.
It's like my three-legged terrible table. I don't know why I thought a three-legged table would work.
Right.
They,
But it
they
doesn't.
came up with 4 legs, and they should just go with it.
It doesn't work.
You know, they figured 2 legs wouldn't work, 3 wouldn't work. Let's do 4, and then somehow they didn't get fucking Darwined out.
There really should be wheels on that if there's 3 legs to make it way more safe.
Right, and a sign that says "Stand upon me."
Sinus is what?
Stand upon me.
Don't watch. I need practice.
I just wanted to make sure that's what you're doing.
Time to watch this show.
Don't watch. 3 balls, 3 cups, 1 wand.
That's
It's a magic wand.
YouTube video. 3 balls, 1 cup.
Jeez.
Awesome.
Here they are, 3 balls, 3 cups.
Wow, that's rad.
Take this ball, alright, pick a cup, either cup.
Okay.
The end.
The end, that ball goes to that cup.
So into it.
Again!
Seriously
Like,
though,
the
the cup didn't move. I mean, how could he have gotten it under
It's
there?
an amazing.
I mean, it's one thing if he's moving around, maybe there's a sleight of hand, but the cup didn't move.
That's the beginning. It's a whole routine. It's way more involved than that, and it ends with the mysterious appearance of lemons. I'll get it by the end of the run.
It's an amazing trick.
It's the oldest trick in the book, cups and balls. There's hieroglyphs on the the oldest depiction of magic ever found was a performance of the cups and balls in cave paintings.
3 girls, 1 cup on the cake.
Right. three girls in a cup and a ball. And
Oh man, I need to stop. It's creepy.
No, that was 3 balls, 1 chick.
Ew. Ew.
Gross.
My student loans just called.
Student loans just called?
Yeah. You're 100 days late. It's not good.
Penn and Teller. Yeah, I like those guys too. Irreverent.
Dear Reverend.
Dear Reverend, won't
Would
you
you
come
to
out to sin?
You guys want to take some apples? I have a few apples.
I don't know what kind.
Did you catch the dead baby jokes last night?
Caught one.
What's the difference between an apple and a dead baby?
What?
You don't come on the apple before you eat it.
I'm going to make these disappear into 3 cups.
Oh, wow.
I'm not actually. That's the only thing I can do.
Can you juggle them?
Barely. I just don't want to dent them, so I stopped. No, I can juggle a little bit. I used to when I lived in Yosemite. I used to love to juggle. I got a couple cool tricks down. I was able to toss them from both sides of the wrist. We're ruining the apples. I like juggling. It was fun. It was like a meditative thing, you know? I used to just stand there and do it.
Man. A goddamn good juggler is amazing.
Pretty cool.
You know, I saw John Denver one time. I don't know where it was. Maybe like the Greek Theater in L.A. or the Hollywood Bowl or something like that. And he had I think it was a juggler open for him.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah, all right.
Did you guys clear out the upper level? We were on the bathroom through there real quick before we...
We're on. There's a lot of power cords and stuff up there.
I've got there's some of your guys' stuff in there.
What?
On the floor though.
That's all.
My stuff?
What was the blue one?
We're about to have a 2-bob crew arrival any minute now.
Oh, we definitely need to stay for that with the cats.
I know, we should
Yeah,
have.
totally.
I haven't met him yet. I know actually one of the guy's girlfriends is a Heather's real tight with her for years.
Oh, cool. Ralph Roddenberry friended me.
Nice.
He was on the bill in Atlanta.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta. Have you seen the clip yet where Hippie Fiasco got to be on stage during the last song of his tune, and Vince Herman made up a Hippie Fiasco verse during the show?
No.
Yeah, the webcast was up there at a big sit-in on stage. Like I was singing harmonies on the song and just like holding it and like right up on people for their solos and spinning with the crowd, and we were on stage at the Atlanta show.
Well, I was doing a performance of my own. I did not webcast it.
There was one night where you guys were second or third night in Santa Fe or something like that, and it was late night and you kicked a girl into the back. You guys were just hanging out talking, and the cameras were running too. It was cute. We were like in the way. And then finally she's like, she's like, let's go friend. You're like, okay.
Let's go what?
Let's go back to the party or whatever. And you're like, okay. And then a couple minutes ago, she's like, okay, let's go now. And then you guys finally went, and then he was totally rocking out, and she was like, no one else missed it. It was funny.
Santa Fe?
You guys were doing your thing in the back, and then came out and the party was raging without you.
What?
Wait, where was that?
It was like the second night of the tour or something.
Oh, no, L.A.?
Chad was making some moves on the webcast.
Was it on L.A.?
Missing
Oh, right.
you playing.
Right.
On L.A.? Was it maybe LA?
Ralph says, "Hi Nathan, thank you for streaming and singing and really capturing the vibe on Friday night at the Variety Playhouse. Hope to see you around and all the best on the future fiascos. Dream/stream on."
Oh, I love it.
Ralph Roddenberry. Thank you, Ralph,
Stream
man.
on.
Honored to be your friend.
Stream on. Stream on. I think it was in LA that you're talking about. Was Liz not there?
Yeah, I think that is that night actually. The
Well,
big
you-
party.
Yeah.
That was fun. That
Yeah.
was, I watched
You know
that.
what happened there?
I just like all these girls. I used.
And I was like, I woke up and I was like, oh my god, the camera's on me.
What happened? I don't know. Let's just rewind.
Right.
There's been some really cool girls and you guys have met along the way. And I'll be at home, I'll be like, wow, she looks really cool. Who's that girl? You guys need a bus, so you can just take them all with
We have the virtual bus, too.
you. I know, right?
Follow on the cast. Yeah, it's mostly dudes that watch.
I wouldn't say that.
A lot of. I look down a lot anymore, and the reason why I'm saying that, I don't care. It's hard to do the chat room orgy when it's all dudes.
Mm-hmm.
The hobbies are workers.
Oh, sure, you've never wanted your name associated with douchebaggery.
You want to hit this? Cigarette.
No, thank you.
Not me.
Why? I don't.
Nah. Ruby Kazoo. You didn't see that, huh?
What?
The Ruby Kazoo.
No, what's that?
There's too many highlights on this damn show for anybody to keep up with. We need a team of people.
Oh, last night?
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Who did the first one? I mean, that came out great.
The commercial?
Yeah, no, the long, like the. Wow. Like Final Cut or something?
Yep.
Oh, so I've never actually tried to learn Final Cut.
Yep. I'm the resident geek. So at least it's guaranteed that it will get done. It just may not get done at the quality I'd like to see it at.
Exactly.
I'm in that position where I know too much and too little at the same time.
Did you make your?
I know enough to know that what I don't know, and it's really frustrating. But I know how to do it too.
Did you make your websites on WordPress? Through WordPress or something?
No, actually no. Like because I did the Amusements website and
Cool.
my own for years. Like
Those were hard back then.
learned raw HTML.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say back then it wasn't easy.
My database, my musical song database,
Yeah,
I scripted all that
How
PHP.
long did that
I got a
take?
book from the library on PHP and database, MySQL databases, and created my own Word database searchable on my website.
You know, you could have
and
made
just-
a lot of money going into that.
But I learned, and I mean, the way I work is I learned just what I needed to know to make that happen. Like I was like, it wasn't like a bigger general understanding of like, especially how the fuck that shit. I mean, I learned a language, but I didn't really learn how to build a rocket.
Are you playing a video right now, or are you live?
We're live, but I'm watching a video.
You should be live, because it's crazy that you're that techie. I mean, I knew you were making a lot of this stuff, but I didn't know you learned HTML stuff. That's like learning difficult math. I mean, that's like to try to memorize.
It's really more
all
like a
that.
language.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
yeah.
it's how to
Yeah.
say do this when this happens.
Exactly. But it's not easy to remember it all. I tried once, but I didn't try as hard as you
Right.
did.
Like if you want to in HTML, if you want to make a word bold, you
Yeah,
put
that's
B
tough.
before it and a /B after it. Start bold and end bold.
I'm
And
good
like,
with the basics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
to make a table, you put table. You know, and PHP was a little bit more complicated. Had to actively, it was actually action script that took an took information someone inputs and then searches a database and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, your Percy Lloyd site was way ahead of its time. Seriously.
Hell,
It's
I
like,
did all that shit.
when did that go up? Like, many years ago, right?
It's been up there for a while.
Hello? Before that.
Probably not
This
till.
is-
You know about the Internet Archive? You
Mm-hmm.
probably look at it.
Yep.
Sure.
Yeah.
Look at the original version of it. I wonder if
How do you
they're...
spell crud?
CRUD. How do you spell crud?
Doesn't recognize it.
Yeah, my Windows Mini website is just Google Sites. But I get a lot of work from it.
Great. Do they know each other? Oh, great. Nice. I was just thinking about him yesterday. I think about him a lot.
I just set up such a nice shot of Marco when he had to go away for the kids. Yes, it is.
Where'd you guys drive from?
What?
Set up such a nice shot of Marco, and right, I was going to ask him a question, and then he had to go for the kids. Right when I got the shot set up.
Keep it going, Fiasco. Come in, Fiasco.
The reflection in the table is so good.
I know you know her from way back. I've got the porch here.
Inspiration.
Miles an hour. I need a in the basement. An overdose. And I feel. Sitting here naked. Sitting here hooked. Gonna get swallowed by an ancient book. Sitting here starving. Sitting here stuck. Looking for my diamond. Feeling rough. Like a scarecrow. In love with a crow. Can't remember. I just don't know. My hands they tremble. Like a wind blown rose. Every day is an overdose. And I feel like I'm walking on air. Like I'm falling downstairs in the basement.
I like putting this on the music. There's part of me that was hoping my guitar got stolen out of the car.
No.
We got a lemon.
Here broken, sitting here healed, sitting here bedding down the line on no deal. I've never been a man, much for according to plan. Now I just rather take a chance than make a stand. It must be better than fading like a goddamn flower. Better than sitting here 60 miles an hour. I need a little hallelujah to get the medicine down. God, if you
Fucking
could do
killing
it,
art.
put me back on the ground.
Killing art.
'Cause I feel like I'm walking on air. Like I'm falling downstairs. It's in the basement. In the basement. In the basement. As much as love. Now some might fight it,
You're so sweet.
Night after night, it seems to me, as far as the stars above, I'm the man that never stood a chance. But I can dance, can I dance? I can dance, oh can I dance? I can dance, oh can I dance? I can dance, oh can I can? Sugar boom boom. Big in there. Sugar boom boom bop. That was fun. You don't want to hear it. So that happens to my words between my brain and my throat. I can see them in their writing in a little paper boat. Trying so hard just to stay afloat. But it's rough weather, it's a long letter, just a little note.
It's last night at Marco's house.
I've got so much I want to say. I don't want to push you away. Yeah, but it's safe to say I'm afraid. 'Cause I never know when I open my mouth just which foot is about to come out. Will it be my best one or the one riddled with doubt? All I know is if I'm quiet too long, I suddenly shout, I've got so much I want to say. I don't want to push you away. Would it safe to say I'm afraid? I want justice, but I feel guilty.
Yep.
I come clean, but I still feel guilty. I feel with pride. But please, there seems to be a difference between the truth and honesty.
I was out with Zach last night.
Or you are getting pizza. It's funny, that pixelation is one of the reasons I like the droid. It's like I'm like a cartoon kind of like surreal aspect of everything. It's like a living painting. There was from the launch day in the bright sunlight, it looked crazy. Like it was crazy painting come to life, and it was actually the low quality of it that made me ultimately like just reflexively say I'm keeping it.
You know, did we bring the webcast down? Did we bring the webcast down or no? We changed something about it.
I was pointing at us.
Ruby, should we hear it in the basement? She heard it.
Oh, she did. How about?
What about?
With the little boat.
She came out by herself.
I
And I
know.
was singing in the
She
basement.
was like,
Do you know?
the one with the little boat.
Sure, that was that
Oh,
one.
no, that one.
Do you know the one that goes? The only thing around here, closest thing. You know that one? Ruby likes that one. Closest thing to a piece of ass.
Oh, yeah.
You know this one, Ruby.
Is bottle's bottom. Never heard this one.
Well, my darling, that's for sure. And in turn, they turned on me. And I stood there facing only you. Now here I am, alone for sure, banging my head upon your door. The lights are on, but no one's home. I can't take this anymore. I thought you were my lover, girl, but you weren't even my friend. I'm out here huffing and a puffing, trying to blow this brick house in. You got it. They're on, but
Because I don't want them to have to wait
Kitty.
around for us.
That's not right.
We should
But my heart was split trying to think of what to say, but my
Here we go.
Except for that music.
I tried to get away, but my car was sputtering. Tried to stay, but my heart was spluttering. Tried to think of what to say, but my words were stuttering. I was on the road and needed butter. Tried to lay it down in the gutter and think about the things I needed uttered. Butter in my brain was too much to get a record. Oh yeah. Me, I'm the every brother, the son of a dad, the son of a mother, and the son of a gun. I'm the son of a brother. Not even cold. Think I'm shuddering, mumbling like a peon bubbling. Sure
Oh, wow.
Humbling. And I sure is stumbling to be humbling. That butter in his brain too much to get around.
Nice.
Oh wait, I gotta take sleep. Let me I'm gonna that's right.
She's so apologetic.
Anyway, well, okay, I'm glad to talk to you.
I'm so sorry about interrupting you guys out there on the phone.
She's so sweet.
On the phone?
Mm-hmm.
She is an amazing hostess.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was
So rad.
So rad.
That was a little bit of last night. I wanted to relive it.
There's some people that just have that. I'm like the worst host.
You did really good at Christmas, Chad.
You had your one. You got it done.
I got it.
Back to sucking at hosting.
That was last year though, dude. I haven't hosted since.
You go. There's a UStream link on our homepage, and you can go to our page at UStream. And when you're watching a video, you click highlight beneath it, and you just drag these little scrubbers. After you click highlight, it puts up 2 scrubbers, and you just put one at the beginning of where you want to highlight and one at the end, and then you hit save, and you describe it, and it creates a highlight, and it'll say highlight created by your name. And we really appreciate people making highlights for us. Ustream seems to be changing some things on their end, and for the most part, as far as I can tell, not for the better. But hopefully that technology works the same. So we're here at Stanton Moore's Crawfish Boil. We're a little nervous about the cam. Everybody seemed really afraid of it, so we've locked ourselves in a closet at Stanton Moore's house. What a closet, though. I mean, right?
Do you guys have the same last name? No, I'm from Stanton.
That's totally what happened.
I didn't even really.
It's the first thing
I
you
didn't-
said.
I didn't even really, just until now, realize that you guys have the same last name. I was
Wait,
too hung.
Nathan's from Stanton.
I was too hung up on the Stanton
What's
bit.
J-Mo's last name?
More.
Mm-hmm. You're related to J-Mo, buddy.
No, I'm from Stanton.
No, I'm from J-Mo.
We're all from JMO originally.
Originally from J-Mo. J-Mo is the serpent in the Bible. The thing is, we don't really have to pack the car that good. We're only going 10 blocks. I just don't want to have them waiting. They're being super sweet. So let us stay there. And you can't get in without them. You know what I mean? I really would like to be here when Suzlon gets here.
I'm really sure who that is.
They're great. They probably love the concept.
What do they do? What's their deal?
Music. I've only seen them twice, and I couldn't describe it enough to you. It's a harder description. Chris, how would you describe tuba?
They're like Afrobeat, right?
Yeah, but a little different, right?
Yeah, like funk.
Yeah. Is it two dudes?
No, it's
Three?
bunch of dudes, I think.
A bunch?
Yeah, I feel bad that I don't know more.
I
Should
thought it
we
was two.
Google him? Should we find out about who's about to show up here?
Yeah, right?
I thought it was only two dudes.
I meant to like catch up on their like new album and stuff before I was gonna be hanging out with them for 10 minutes.
Right.
Two Bob Crew?
Yeah, KRE.
I've definitely seen that name for years.
Yeah, I think they're from Nashville.
Uh-huh.
They, music of Mali with American. Fusing the music of Mali. That says on Wikipedia. You can't ever trust Wikipedia.
You should look up, I think it's in...
It's the country, not the drug, right?
I think Hippie Fiasco is in...
There's that Urban Dictionary.
Oh, is it Urban Dictionary?
Was the drug called Wikipedia?
Yeah.
Oh, tell us something.
It's wicked, man.
Did you learn about it on Wikipedia?
Uh-huh.
I think I made that post actually. You know how like anyone can change Wikipedia. Yeah. So weird.
Wikipedia's a weird thing, man.
It's one of the things made these days. Do you have a Wikipedia?
I do. Yeah, screw me up.
Is it accurate? There's definitely plenty I can lose. I mean, is that why you're asking?
Yeah,
Or
I was just,
You just didn't want to lose it?
yeah, just my little,
Well, why don't you take
little
this one?
survival kits.
Why don't you take this one that I just wrote?
There's that half one there that you
Are we live?
Yeah.
We just went.
No, we shut off. We closed. We're done.
Okay, good.
You're over.
It's right there.
The shake was free for all you smokes, so you gotta shake some. Yeah, sometimes I get so out of it that I'll just look anywhere for the nearest thing to smoke. Sorry.
No problem. I've got a fresh pouch. A kora player who goes off. What's a kora? Well, they're the next residents of this magical place here. Heather rents the same place every year for Jazz Fest. Used to, either a friend of hers or she used to live here at one point or whatever. When they moved out, they made a deal with the new people coming in that they had to leave town for Jazz Fest and rent it because it was such a tradition that it was part of the contract. We get to come back for Jazz Fest. It is a magic place. I haven't written my song here yet, but I started my song here. It's always morning in New Orleans somewhere. I hate when the definition of a word is another word that you don't know the meaning of.
Right.
That's one of my biggest pet peeves of the dictionary.
Or when somebody gives you a definition and use the word that they're defining in it.
That's terrible.
It's the worst.
A fiasco. It's technically a fiasco.
It's something that gets out of control like a fiasco.
Right. Boom, 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 ba-dum, boom. All right, there might be a lurker out there that is just tuning in for the first time. We love you. Welcome to Hippie Fiasco Rides Again. I'm Nathan Moore, songwriter, here with my road manager, Chad Galactic, and our business model, Liz Bunny. She's right behind the camera there. We are doing a spontaneous tour of America. We are streaming the entire experience 24/7 live. We set out on a wing and a prayer, without a single gig booked for 4 months, wanting to see all of America and wanting to play as much as possible at gigs that were booked as we went, through the people watching us, the people that know my music already. Just a complete social network, fan-driven, spontaneous tour of America, only going where we're called. And that's the main reason we're not at the Crawfish Boil today. Even though we could have gone, we could have gotten in there, we weren't technically invited. And in fact, if you look at our calendar, there's a list of towns where we're going, fiascos and stuff. And if we are not coming to your town, we more than likely have not been invited there. So don't look at our calendar and say, oh, they're not coming to Boulder, so I'm not going to host a fiasco. The reason we're not coming to a town is because we haven't been invited. That's the only reason I can think of so far. Now we are 2 months in. We got 2 months to go, so it's going to get to the point where a lot of invitations will be trajectory prohibitive, because we do have to get where we're going at this point, and we have agreed to do some things. So, but even if it seems impossible, fill out the Host a Fiasco form. It's fun, and it's fun to dream about what you could achieve with a fiasco, what you could do with this energy. It's a fun daydream. And a lot of people still don't exactly know what we're doing, so I'm going to go through. I know what I'm going to do. Dig this.
I can't believe how good a roller Marco was.
Oh my God.
You're able to decide to do it. It's the
Well, hello there. How are you?
Good.
Come say hi to the webcast.
See, all my friends are on it now.
Oh, really?
Sit there.
You'll be able to see yourself on that thing.
Oh, great. So what is a hippie fiasco exactly? Where did this come from?
It happened to us actually last year. I flew out to play the Mystic Garden Party in California, and I was supposed to get like $1,500, and so I bought a flight and I flew out, and I was just gonna play the show and fly back the next day, and the festival went bankrupt and I didn't get paid, and I'd paid like $700 to get out there or something, so I was like, we in weekend warrior mode when I went out there, but all of a sudden something shifted in me, and we canceled my flight home and booked a 9 day or 9 show 8 day tour in 12 hours from a hotel room with Facebook, and we called it Hippie Fiasco Rides Again, and that was the birth. And we sat, Chad and Liz and I sat in a hotel room right outside of that festival, and got the room for an extra day and booked this week-long tour, and we called it Hippie Fiasco Rides Again right out of the gate. And the first gig on Tuesday was in Chico, and this guy comes up to us after the show and was like, I make t-shirts for a living, come to my shop. And we went there, and we left the first night of the tour with Hippie Fiasco t-shirts. The second night of the tour, that poster was designed, actually that one was designed for it, and there was a fiasco at this artist's house who ended up designing Dear Puppeteer album artwork. And it was Hippie Fiasco Rides Again with Nathan Moore, that first one with the pig, all the cell phone calls we were making.
I thought it was a caterpillar.
Well, it's a
cut
million
into sections
things.
of meat.
But that poster was at my second. So all of a sudden I had like these shirts, I had these awesome posters. None of this energy had ever surrounded a Nathan Moore tour ever. People participating, like making art themselves. It had never happened. And that's what I always wanted, was to be a part of something that had some vibrancy, and it felt like it was not just me, and it was something we were all doing together, and it was so beautiful. It like was my favorite week of touring of my life. And ever since that week, the three of us have been like, we got a fiasco again sometime. So when I flew out this time, we left a week at the end of my actual tour opening for ALO to Fiasco, which was no book gigs, just see what we get. And we did that week, but we were like, this isn't the magic, because the other one was like this great leap of faith. And so we canceled my flight home again and decided to do a 4-month version that covered all of America.
It's wild.
And we're in the middle of it now.
It's awesome.
That's it. And it's so hard to tell that story in 30 seconds, which we have to do every day. Like, as we're trying to turn people on, we're trying to build it and grow it and get people to understand what it is. Exactly. And you've heard about it. We've talked to you about it. We've given you a card, and you still didn't get it.
Yeah.
And so that's what we've been spending the week here doing. If you saw a UFO, what would you do? What if it appeared only to you? Would you let everybody know? Would you just let it go? What if the alien was a girl? Gave you a message for the world? Would you let everybody know? Would you just let it go? What if no one would believe? How would it feel to seem insane? Knowing what you see, plain as day.
Hi, I'm Digit the Midget, and I've been asked by Hippie Fiasco to give a talk. We are traveling for a month and a half already, streaming our life 24/7, and people keep asking, is this camera on? What do you think? The camera's on! It's always on! We're not turning it off! You guys can participate in what we call the Morchestra, where maybe you bring some musical instruments, you can clap, or you can play kazoos from where you sit. This is called the Morchestra. We want you to play with us, so do it! Do it! Do it!
Hey, you hippies. I'm here to tell you all about how you can make a paper mache lemon shaker so you can be a part of the Morchestra. So just pay attention. It's real easy.
Why is it not okay, it's recording. Recording. All right, so let's start all over. Hi, Chad Galactic here, just back in from the pirate party. Stealing the stream from the commercial with the sock puppets. Hey, I ate an eclair out of the thing. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry, now we're officially recording. So now I can really kick on the humor. Midget in a rocking chair. Man, I've been contemplating women and how complex they are. And, I just can't figure them out.
To my Facebook?
Maybe they should have sex right now.
Yeah. All right, let's get creepy. It's now almost in 8 minutes. It's going to be 2:00 here. The creeping hour. We want 2 of our unknown victims. They're not named yet. I'm just going to call random names out of a hat, and you guys have to do it. You guys have to do it.
Zing! Does the truth sting or is it the nails?
Chad!
Dude, whatever. This is my program. I can say what I want.
What if it's hurting me inside?
What? It's hurting you? I didn't realize you were so religious.
My my mom took me. My mom and my stepdad. They were trying to figure out, what to do, and how to you know, this is funny, quote unquote, save me. And they took me to see a priest, which is it still kind of blows my mind because we weren't brought up with any form of religion whatsoever. Um, we have gone to church like twice in my life. Tell that fool we are tomorrow's eternal slap in the face. We are for its restless seekers, a soda pop rock generation. We are would-be's and rusty earthquakes and reality romance novels and unbuttoned cufflinks and running with scissors, fraying ends upon ends upon ends. This is this and now, and we are all waiting in between the lines of immortality and decomposition. And this is a wicked kind of love and an adoring hate, and for every stone thrown in the crowd, someone goes down enlightened. And this is walking, 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 running in a circle. And these are electric mornings and brush fire burnings that we light our souls off of, and we smoke each other's dreams and watch them slowly form the clouds. And we are collectively, step by step, painting every barren wall with light. We write in ink, we write in pen. We are infinite. We are something in this nothing. We are for the ones to come. And if that's tragic, well, I'm just fine with it.
Be very quiet. I'm hunting rabbits.
This is the second time that's come out tonight.
Dodo, Dodo. Kill the rabbit, kill the rabbit, kill the rabbit, ba, 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 ba. Kill the rabbit.
This is Liz with two little rescued bunnies, Hippie and Fiasco. They're coming with us.
It's true, but I mean, I'm not even trying to say it's integrity. A lot of my integrity comes from cowardice, to be honest. I like to at the same time think that I've mastered a particular aspect of clowning that suits my personality. I can't just do all things clown related.
Ooh, buttering.
I was on a roll and needed some buttering. Trying to get away, but my car was sputtering. Tried to sit and stay, but my heart was fluttering. Tried to think of something to say, but my words were stuttering. I was on a roll that needed buttering.
Who said that?
Someone just put buttering up there as another rhyme.
That's what she said.
Out of the guttering. Guttering.
I thought I'd lay in the gutter. I thought I'd lay in the gutter and come up with the words that needed uttering.
How about cluttering?
Oh,
the cluttering.
oh, the cluttering my brain was keeping me. Cluttering my brain was too much to get around. Yeah. Well, the clutter in my brain was too much to get around. Tried to get away, but my car was sputtering. Tried to sit and stay, but my heart was fluttering. Tried to think of what to say, but my words were stuttering. I guess I was on a roll that needed butter. And I tried to lay in the gutter and think of other words that needed uttering. But the clutter in my brain was too much to get around. Woohoo! All right, we got a new song. I'm sorry, I got to stop and say we've written another one, ladies and gentlemen. Couldn't do it without you. I told her I had applied for several jobs this morning, and I was lying through my teeth.
I slept late again. I mean,
What were you doing last night?
really.
Clowning around?
Are we on?
Oh yeah, hippie fiasco rides again.
Are people chiming in?
There's 16 of us, including me.
Hey guys, I just want to say, what do I want to say? I think it's awesome that y'all are keeping tabs on my friend Nathan Moore, keeping track of him. It's a wonderful thing that he's doing, and you know that. But at some point, I want my friend back. So, you know, when you guys are done with him,
July.
July.
Yeah,
All right.
we get our life back in July.
Oh, the crowd.
Some people are scared of this sort of tube atmosphere. How we're all in the tube right now.
Nathan's having a good time doing this for you. Nathan is having a good time doing this for you. So remember that. So have a good time as you're viewing this tube.
My 6 strings, 1 head, 1 mouth, 2 hands, 2 feet. My 6 strings don't walk, I'm walking down this model street. Gonna write a letter. Dear puppeteer, I don't want to play here. I don't want to stay here. Dear puppeteer. I didn't find out a big funny.
Nathan Moore's here. Seriously, that was so awesome.
If you saw a miracle, what would you do? What if the miracle was you? Would you let everybody know? Or would you just let it go? What if no one would believe? How would it feel to seem insane? Knowing what you saw, plain as day, plain as day.
Welcome to Hippie Fiasco Rides Again. We're getting out of these digs. This is an amazing stay, an amazing place. But Two Bob Crew is a big band and they're going to fill the joint. So we found another place to stay tonight that has a suspended porch. Around here they call it a balcony or something, but we just know it's a porch up in the air. But I think we might get some Mardi Gras beads, might set up my little amp, and might have a little fiasco on our hands. Why not? We've been invited. If you saw a UFO, what would you do? What if it appeared only to you? That's one I can't play on the uke yet. I gotta figure that out.
Dick, I've been upset all day.
Hey, since we woke up this morning to the slip, which is really great wake up music, it's been too long since I've woken up into a sweet vibe with the slip cranking. And so, in honor of that and conversations we've had today, I haven't even watched this clip to see what it's like, but here's a clip I had off an old camera when I was on the road with them as their merch guy in 2002, and this is a jam of the slip with Jacob Fred Jazz Odyssey. Let's see what it's like. I'm curious myself. Here's some good footage from that 2002 tour. That jamming with Jacob Fred. How about that? That was some vintage shit. I'm sorry. I probably should have cut the mic off. Sorry about the echo. I just noticed that was on. Sorry about that. Yep, that was, I believe, no, I'm not sure that was Chicago, actually. Where was that? Oh, I can't quite remember. Yeah, it doesn't Reed look so young. Reed was so young. Oh, business. Who are you? Welcome to the show. It's Hippie Fiasco Rides again. We got to get out of here, make room for Two Bob Crew who are coming in. They're a big band. They need all the floor space that we were taking up. So we're almost loaded. There's 3 flights of stairs. The laptop will be the last to go. Then we're going to go mobile to our new digs. And should be sweet over there. I'm going to queue up another vid here while we're packing up a few more things. Let's see. What shall it be?
Well, there's nowhere from here to go. There's no place I feel like staying. Perhaps I've accomplished my goal, but I got no home. It's cold, I ain't playing. I sat by while the burning man burned. Rode by the houses and it was never my turn. I crack jokes like eggs on the head of my dog. Now I'm looking for work, held at bay by the fog. We both know that it's all ready. We both know my eyes are a little closed. We both know that I'm just tired and that no one like me has ever froze. I just lay down beside one too many women who'll never know me at all. And now I leave as lonely as autumn leaves fall. And there's nowhere from here to go. Times where my flag has not been planted, where I haven't lived a million lives. Well, I slept when the world wept its soul, and everyone settled in behind their eyes. I was riding on a train burning coal, and I prepared it all for my surprise. My 2 feet, 2 hands and all, I step out onto the sidewalk, stretch a wet finger for the wind, and listen out to hear my call. I've held tight against all the bargain sorrows, and I hollowed out a man for her to fill. And I'm getting restless in these deep breaths I borrow from the quiet of these dead rolling hills. Let's save one for the kid from Virginia, and roll one for the ladies at the March of Dimes. Take one last look from my waking and steal away with my victorious rhymes. I sat down to a game of cards with 4 wins. I'm telling you, none of them could deal worth a damn. I was feeling so lucky up till then. Come round to me and couldn't even find my hand. Now there's nowhere from here to go. I poured from my eyes at the speed of light. The ground beneath me is shaking, and I'm as still as the stars in the night. Oh, November, you're so funny. I bet you won't even recognize me in the spring. No, I bet I'll be there with my honey, dripping all over everything. Lately, I've been so excited, I can't sleep at night. I feel like I'm new. If you wonder why I'm so excited, why I can't sleep at night, well, then I'll tell you. Ago, I come to the end of the road, still I was walking on. Funny thing, I'd forgotten I didn't know. There's always another road, and as soon as you want to go, you're gone. That changes me. Changes everything. One day John Treadwell and Bill Palmer were probably talking, and it was probably Bill that said,
"For the same price we pay a fancy studio, we could rent gear and make a record ourselves."
and it was probably John that said,
"Why don't we make it at my house?"
Within a year, John had lost his entire downstairs to a web of cables, preamps, microphones, analog tape, and a slew of bands that had come to make their records there. John's house was no longer just John's house, it was Frogville.
A studio home to 100 Year Flood, The Amusement, Goshen, Joe West, Boris McCutcheon, Bill Hearn, Stephanie Hatfield, and many others.
Well, it's now 6 years later, and Frogville just took a giant leap into the world of professional recording facilities open to the public. A massive renovation has rendered the studio 3 times the size of the original house. Tracking rooms and offices were built all the way around. The main tracking room is 2 stories high and sounds amazing.
John now lives in a separate building, and musicians have the run of the place. There's a lounge, a kitchen, 2 baths, and plenty of places to sleep. It's a proud and exciting day for those of us who have seen it grow from the beginning, and a special opportunity for anyone looking to make their next masterpiece.
And you'll be making your next masterpiece on a hill overlooking the enchanting city of Santa Fe, New Mexico, right in the heart of a land riddled with mystical implications.
And if you play your cards just right, you can work with Bill Palmer, who's the chief engineer and whose ears, style, and know-how are what put Frogville Tone on the map in the first place.
But don't take our word for it. Give a listen to anything recorded there. Stop by, get a feel for the place. Musicians, I guarantee you will not want to leave. Frogville Studio, you could say it's a make-yourself-at-home studio with all the gear and personality to turn your music loose.
And don't let the decadence fool you. Sure, it's fancy, but the rates are reasonable. Frogville was made by artists for artists.
We want you to make your record at Frogville.
Sit at the replays. They're waiting for us. It's like they've been waiting for us for like 3 hours.
We are going mobile, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to move into our new digs. Here's how we do it.
Not really. I don't think so.
Oh, wait. Shit. Stop. I guess there's not a lot of reason to say